All right, guys, we're back. Now, while I was gone, this right here is, I've been really into gaming stocks here lately. And I have an alert. Let me pull this up here. Is it? Yeah. I have an alert on this one, the nines. If you look right here, the Nine Unlimited is a holding company which is an online game developer and operator. I can't talk today. Okay, been watching a while. I have a watch list of just gaming stuff, everything from gambling up to Nintendo, right? So been watching them, and I get back from my son's doctor's appointment today. Get ready to start live streaming, and look, don't look like much on the 4-hour chart, does it? Boom. Check this out. Now I've been holding this for a while. Um, I got in at like 8, I think, somewhere around through there, and it is doing good. I've actually thought about picking up some more, but we'll see. Um, let's run through what we was going over this morning just real quick, and then we'll do a better overview as we go along. So AMC, yeah, see, these are support and resistance lines that we had set last week. As you can see here, it's pretty much following it, but the good news is if we take a trend line, let's go from the bottom of the candle up, you can see it's trending up. Now, watch this. We take one here. Let's go on out. Now, here's what we was talking about the other day, right? Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Just making sure the audio was picking up. Okay. Um, give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to make sure that the stream is up for everybody here. Yep, there it is. Mute that. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure the stream was up for everybody. So these are the type of flag plays I like, and let me tell you why. You see, the top is pretty much a straight line, and the bottom is going up, and as you can see, it's coming out to a point of where eventually it's going to have to do something. But and usually the reverse of this is true about the downside. But as you can see, it's hitting this resistance, but buying pressure keeps coming in and knocking up against it, and it's like pulling back a rubber band until it's getting ready to snap. The only question is, which way is it going to snap? Now, usually with these, they're bullish, and as you can see right here, it's been bullish since Friday. Let's go back, 15-minute chart. Yep. So, well, heck, it's actually been bullish for, is that 2 days or 3 days? No, it's 2 days. Um, so it's been bullish since Friday. Go back here. So what this does is it's winding up a lot of tension, a lot of buying pressure coming through, and eventually it's going to snap. Which way? Who knows? As you can see, even the RSI, we're getting higher lows, which is a good sign, and it's not yet um, oversold, overbought. Yeah, overbought. It's not yet overbought. So, if I was going to make a prediction about this, I would bet that this is going to break upward in a good way, probably right around power hour, which we are technically in. So look for this to break up. If it doesn't, look for what it did Friday to continue up, hold in the after hours, build up more pressure until the next day, and then boom, go up. But I don't like buying in without confirmation. So what I'll look for in confirmation is since we've already hit our highs that we'd planned out today, let's make a couple more right in here. So, and if you was listening to me earlier, the ones that we're not sure about being a a resistance or support line, we make these small yellow ones yet. And it may and it may not. Normally you could make a rectangle in here to show all this too, but they're harder to stretch out, just make you two lines. But we're going to call this one the blue line, which we are now going to make red and bigger and dotted. That is our support now. Now, could it come up here and hit this one? Yeah, we don't know yet, but we're going to go with the red one. I mean, they're so close, what does it really matter? But once it breaks out of this, I will look for it to retest, probably on the red line. It could come back and retest on this line. I mean, we'll set a yellow line down here just to, crap, let me get rid of that and bring this down. So we're going to set a yellow line down here too. No, we're going to make it small because we don't know yet. Alright, so one of these three is going to be our support. I'm banking on the red one, but not necessarily. But I'm going to look for it to break up over it, come back down, and test. Unless it shoots up. Now, if you see a big candle come up, look for it to shoot and go on. But more than likely, it's going to peek up over it, come back down, retest it, and then go. That's what we're really looking for there. That's better confirmation. Guys, like Warren Buffett says, the market is a way to take money from the impatient to the patient. Let's be patient. Let's wait on confirmation before we make any trades. Always have a game plan. If you're going into a trade without a game plan, I mean, you sign in your own, hell, go out and play the lottery. You know what I mean? You have better chances. What else have we been looking at today? We looked at Aster today, which, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great neither. Let's go, was that the 3 minute? Yeah. Okay, so let's blow this up here. So as you can see, almost the reverse is true in this one. So if we take that right there, I mean, it's more of a trend down, but if we take that right there and then get us a trend line and go from the green ones all the way down to the green. Now, as we can see here, it's come to its point, and right now it's peaking out. So in this case, I really wouldn't follow this top trend line since it's already peaked out the bottom. What I would be looking at is, okay, for those that are new here, let me explain my MA and EMA lines. I have 4. A lot of people will say that's crowded, but I follow 4 because 3 of them are one that I personally use. The other 2 are some ones that other people use, and it's always good to follow what other people watch because those are buy-in points for those people. Those are selling points for those people. So wouldn't you like to know when they're buying and selling or try to keep up with it? Yeah. So these are good points to look at. But the purple one is a 15 EMA line, exponential moving average. The yellow one, which moves a little bit more with the stock, is a moving average line, just a regular moving average. It's 18 day. The green one is a 50 day. It's the only mid one I use. The red one is a 200 EMA, exponential. It moves slower. The blue one is a 100 day MA line. It moves quicker with it. So as we can see here on, this is a 3 minute chart. It's coming down. The reason why we didn't go ahead and stick with that trend is it's already poked out. It's come down here to this 200 EMA line. If it doesn't bounce here, then look for it to hit the next resistance or support, which is not a good sign. I would call, if it goes below that, I'd call it a dead cat for the day, and I would wait for it to bounce off support before I looked at this again. Let's go, since we're talking about ones we looked at this morning, let's go to Mmat here. Alright, let me check out one other thing here. Okay, hang on. Let me message this person back real quick. I'm reposting the link to the live stream, guys. All right. So, just making sure other people know that we're online, putting it on Twitter and stuff. Man, I was jamming out some. I've been going back and listening to some old rap I used to listen to when I was younger, and I found some KRS-One and some Naughty by Nature. Man, I love them groups. Man, nobody flows like Naughty by Nature, man. Go back and listen to some of that stuff. Feel Me Flow and Hip Hop Array. Man, those are my jams right there. And listen to Sound of the Police by KRS-One or Black Cop. All of them are good. Love. I mean, I can dig some hip hop now, but ain't nothing like the old school, man. Love that shit. All right. So we are back to. All right, so we're back to Mmat. Now, Mmat's a play that's been going on for a while. It started out as Torchlight, or Trick as I called it, but Torchlight. There was a merger. Some shares got up. It boosted up. They switched over. Mmat was a different company. They pretty much wanted a ticker, so they bought them. If you got in early, you got some dividend shares, some stuff like that, which I do, which I can't sell right now, or can't do anything with right now. But Mmat is supposed to be a long play. It's been heavily shorted. The shorts are supposed to have to call. I don't know. I've not really done too much of the DD on that. What I've been looking at is the chart. I do know some of the DD. I do know it's been heavily shorted, and I do know the chart looks pretty good right now. If you can see past all these damn lines I have drawn on here, it's been downtrend for a while and finally broken out of downtrend. Now, it broke out, started trending a little bit, but as you can see right here at these two lines, it broke out again. Now, could it continue on down? Yes. But the thought is as soon they have to cover, soon they will cover. Now, it's only $3 a share, so I picked up 20 shares. See, I sold when I had it before. I sold at the peak. When it dropped back down, I bought some more in. It's on $3 a share, so I picked up 20 shares. Why not? I spend more than that on lottery tickets. But if we come here, it's actually not been looking too bad the last little bit. It keeps popping up, and even though it comes back down some, it's been finding support. And I'm starting to see this U shape take over. When you see a U shape in the right here on this smaller one, you can see what I'm talking about. When you see these U shapes, what that means is selling pressure is starting to die down and buying pressure picking up and going up. You see that? Right here it swung down because the RS, yeah, that's what's on my mind. The RSI is oversold, overbought, and had to come down and cool off. But as you can see, other than that, I don't see any divergence either way until you get right here toward the end. Now, as you can see, this is clearly down, but this is straight, almost even going back up. See right here? This should be like this up here. This stock price and the RSI should be going the same way, but it's not. That's what they call bullish divergence. When you see that, that's usually indicative of a reversal. Plus, if you look at the MACD, it's doing the same. And you start seeing the MACD line bouncing off of the signal line. Now start looking real good if we can see it separate like we did over here where I'm pointing at. If we see that start separating and going up, that's good. You know, these candles not meaning much to me now. I like to see them when they get bigger like this. You know, those are usually better buy and sell signals. But never take one of these as a buy. Look at all of them together. Then when you get there, let me show you this. Let's take Mmat, for example, here. When you get that and you start looking for buying points, okay, this is when we want to start looking at these candles. Let me show you a couple of different buying points. You know, hindsight's 20/20. You can look back and say, oh yeah, he definitely should have bought in there, but how do you really know? Well, you can tell by, if you look right here when I move this, that is called a doji candle. That's where it looks kind of like a T. You also have this right here is kind of a doji, kind of a hammer. Hammer is where they pretty much look like a hammer. A gravestone would be like a reverse hammer. It's more on the bottom with the wick sticking up. Now, when you start seeing those in the opposite, so if it's red it turns green candle, then those are usually indicative of a reversal too. So if we look right here, we can see it's sold off, and then we have what they call an engulfing candle. That's when the candle completely overtakes the previous red candle. But as we can see, we have another engulfing red candle coming down. But then, what do we see again? Another engulfing candle coming back up. Usually after you see that one, it's usually a buy-in point on the next candle, but I usually like to wait for another second green candle up above it. So if you see right here, we got another engulfing candle. And even though the second candle is red, it didn't engulf. So you can see that there's a battle here. You see this next green one? That's a big doji candle. That's when I would have bought in on this. I would have seen that, seen the engulfing candle, seen the doji candle, seen where it tried to be a red candle, and then buying pressure came in and took it back up. And if you see right after that, boom, it took off. Now, the same is true on the opposite side. How do we know when to sell? Well, for selling points, I usually don't look at the same candle ways. You can look for reverse candles. You can look for that star pattern. If I see one, I'll show you. But I usually watch when it breaks a support that I picked. I will go into it with a support. Once it breaks that, I sell. Most of the time I've already even got a stop loss set. You know, stop losses, like I was telling somebody, stop losses is that friend at a party that takes your keys because you had one too many to drink. You're like, no, man, I'm fine. Your friend's like, the hell you are, and took your keys. That's what that stop loss will do for you. It'll save your ass even whenever you think you're fine. Alright? But pretty much right now, it's been finding support around this 330 line. So I'm holding until I'll have to look when I've got mine set. Let me go back out here. 15 minutes. Yeah. So I've got my stop loss set at $3.24. All right. Roku. Roku has been one. I know this is more pricey stock, but don't sleep on this one. All right. Right now is not a buying point for sure. You know, it's been going. I got this one on the last drop. Now I've already sold my one. I'm looking for another buying point. You know, for me, I take profit. You know, like I said, I go into it with a plan. I know when I want to stop, when I want to sell. Other than that, and I sell when if it keeps going, great. I'm glad those people made more money, but I took my profit. I got what I wanted. If it continues up, I may look for another buying point, but if not, oh well. I made my money. I'm out. I'm not mad. So this one here, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm either looking for it to take off or come back down. I'd like to see it come down to about 440 to about 430. 420 would be even better, and that would be an awesome buying point. But even, you know, $20, $30 a share is awesome on this one. But I got in originally when it went down to like 270. I bought it like 300. Sold at, I think it was 450-ish, somewhere around through there. Love that. Oh, I see AMC's doing something. Let's go back here and take a look at it real quick, since we only briefly looked at it a minute ago. Now I'm starting to get cluttered here, so I'm going to take some of this off. Some of these yellow ones we don't need right now. I'm actually going to put that one back right here. Ah, damn it. Wrong one. Now, AMC is a stock that I have some long-term stuff I've been holding from, um, I don't know, it was somewhere around 8 something. It was under $9. Uh, I'd bought like 100 shares around that time. You know, not all at once, but even bought some around the $14 mark when it was taken off. I sold when it hit 72 and come back down and then pop back up. I sold at about 69ish, but I didn't sell everything. I kept 20 shares, left it in just in case. I don't usually sell all at once when I've got a lot of shares like that. I'll sell a little here and there. Try to maximize profits, minimize losses. You know, that's the name of the game. But here lately, the way it's been dropping and going back up, I've been swing trading it. So on the account that I have for swing trading, that's what we've been looking at, is buy-in points to make some quick dollars. So as you can see here, it's in this uptrend with this flag. And if we get rid of this a second, we can see it's pretty much been bouncing in this channel between this orange and this yellow. This is on the 3-minute chart. So what I'm looking for is a breakout. I'm really counting on this red one to be resistance, but it could be either one of these yellow ones. Time will really tell, but I'm looking for a breakout. If it broke out of this yellow one, come and retest and took off, then I would buy in there some more. I'm actually just holding right now for this swing trade 12 shares. So, it's nothing. It's not a lot of money. It's pretty much $10 $12 for every dollar that it goes up. I bought in at 20 or 39 this morning. So I'm roughly up $12 right now on it. but that's what I'm looking for. I'm out of day trade, so anything I bought today, I will have to hold until tomorrow. Now, let's look at some ones that I did buy today, and let's see how they're doing. Let me make sure. Okay, I bought in LAC. Now, this one was definitely a swing play. This was not a day trade. Now, the reason I bought into this one is they have a mines in Nevada that they have not been able to dig at. Now, they're lithium miners. Now, anybody that knows about EV knows EV batteries need lithium. And these guys mostly sell to battery makers. Um, they had a mines in Nevada that they haven't been able to dig at, excavate. They haven't been able to touch it. They got a pretty much a cease and assist order, and sorry about that. I was looking at something else, but they had an order to stop, so they've been waiting for the go-ahead, a judge to say yes you can or no you can't. Well, Saturday they got the judge to say they can resume digging, and we even seen that with the price action this morning. It popped up a little bit. I don't think I got, yeah, I ain't got after hours in on this right now. So you can see in the after hours it popped up a little bit, and it's kind of been holding around here. I actually expected this to either go up or tank, one of the two, but do something. And it's pretty much consolidating, which is actually not a bad sign for me. It's not what I was expecting out of it, but hey, I'll take it. We can see some bullish divergence in the RSI. The MACD's not really doing too much. So the MACD's not really doing too much here. But I don't know, we'll see. I was planning on holding this for a few days, so let's give it some time. Now, another one I bought today, Sophie. I bought Sophie today. Now, let me, I don't want to put my accounts on this page, so I'm going to pull up my account here on another one. This is just an account I made for the streaming. I just threw like $200 in there. Okay, so Sophie, I actually had been looking at this for a while, and it had fell back in my watch list. If you look at my watch list here, I always date them. When I start a new one, I always date it. That way I can look and see, go back and look at some pics or keep up with what I'm watching recently. And this had fell back behind. I'm sure if we go up here and look at following, yeah, see I had it on a FinViz watch list, my regular watch list, and it had fell behind. I haven't watched it in a long time. And I was watching Carter Fur the other day. That's how I got into FinViz, was watching some of his stuff. And he was talking about it for like a longer swing trade. Some of you would probably call it a long play, but really it's just a swing. Anything under a year would be a swing trade. And he was talking about it. So when I seen it pop this morning, I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? So it popped, it sold off some here, and why is this not doing, okay. So as we was talking about these candles, you see I got a tombstone candle here, gravestone, whatever, and then it kept going up, going up. I bought in somewhere around this engulfing candle right there. I believe I bought in right at the top of the like once it switched over to the next candle. This is on the 3-minute chart, by the way. So I bought in somewhere around there. So you can see right now I'm down a little bit, but it is beautifully holding this support. This is why I like technicals. I made these lines before I bought in. And I told you I bought in back here. And look how beautifully they're keeping up. I'm actually going to add one right here. And I'll color these in later tonight when I'm not on live stream. But it is beautifully following this support here. Now, if you was just watching your MA lines, you would have got out and said, you know, oh well, it broke MA lines, I'm going to get out. But then look, you've been missing. It is holding. I had this support drawn here. I seen it bouncing, and I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I think I actually got my stop loss set at this next level support. Probably, let's see, that support's at 1534. So I probably got it set at like 1530. So if it reaches that, it sells. Now in this one, I don't have a take profit order with it. To be honest with you, I didn't even really look at that as part of my plan. I set me a stop loss before I bought in, but I hadn't really thought about it. But let me show you a good feature about Webull right here. Now we can see it sold off right here. This is the 4-hour chart. If we take the trend line tool here and we go from where it's at to its previous high. Now you can see right over here in this black box, it tells me how many bars, how many days. It tells me the dollar amount that has changed within that period. It tells me the percentage amount within that period, and it tells me the angle, which usually the angle is only good if you're going the other way. But sorry about that, guys. That was my dog. Um, but what we can see from this is how many days did it get back to get to that previous high, right? So we know if we want to trade this, go back here. So we know if we want to trade this and we're looking to go back to previous highs, we're looking at about a month hold. I'm not looking to go back to previous highs because it may not go back to previous highs. So one of the things I will do in this situation, and a lot of traders use this, I'm trying to make this where I can still use this and y'all can see it, is there's a thing on Webull, and I think Swim has it. Pretty much a lot of the newer ones are using this. It's called Fibonacci retracement. Now, you don't really have to know what a Fibonacci scale is, but it's pretty much, it doubles each time. 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, so on and so forth, right? Well, on this Fibonacci retracement, you start at the top, and you can either go to the low, or you can go to where it's at now. What I do is, see, I've got some trend lines set. I've got support line stuff set. So I pretty much go whichever one is matching up closest to my set trend lines now. As we can see, if we go to the previous lows, it don't match up near as well as where the price is at now, right? So let's click on this and leave it there a second. So if we come over here, we see these percentage points. So these percentage points goes on the Fibonacci scale. So we can, one of the reasons why I like using this is a lot of traders use this now. So if this is where they're getting their sell point, buy-in point, whatever, it'd be good to know that so we can get out before that or around the same time. Uh, I mean, you don't want to set yours at 25 if everybody's getting off at 24 because they'll never reach 25 that way. So I'll pick me two above one of my support lines here. So we have one at 61.8%, which is at $21, and we have another at 23. So let's set us some horizontal lines at those points. Boom. And boom. Now let's get rid of the Fibonacci scale. Now we know these two lines right here are buying points. So let's blow this up a little bit. Now let's take those two lines and put them in line with a normal resistance line. So what we're looking for is for it to hit among points. Now the candle, if it can go to the bottom or top of a candle, that's better. If it's around the wick, you want to try to get most of the wicks to hit around it, but if it goes through it, that's fine. So on this one, I would actually set it, let's start with the top of the wick first. Yep, see? So we see it goes through these wicks, bounces off this wick. I guarantee you if we keep on over, yep, see right around this wick. So this is a good resistance line, or well, decent resistance line. And we're going to set this at a purple one, like we do the yellow one, mainly because we're going to use this as a get out point, a take profit point. Now we're going to do the same thing with the next one over here. Let's set it, let's see what it does up here first. Let's see how many points we can hit along this. So there's a couple. There's a couple, okay. So let's look and see what it does if we set it. That's the wrong one, ain't it? No, that's the right one. If we set it closer down on these lines. So see, it's going right here, it's going through that one, It's going through this, which is okay if a couple of them break resistance and come back down. That's natural. What we're looking for is the the best flow through it all, I guess you could say. And as you can see right here, it doesn't flow as well as the other one does right through all this stuff. So I'm going to put it back to where we had it, which was right around there. And we're going to set this one again as a purple line. Okay. I'm just changing some of these colors up right here, guys. So that we can better read all this. So, if you was looking to hold this long, those would be some good buy-in points. Now, let's look and see about what we can expect to hold it for if it follows. Like I said, the good thing about support and resistance line is they follow trends, right? So, in this case, history repeats itself a lot of times with this stock. We see it bounce around supports and resistance all the time. So we can about guess that it could possibly take the same amount of time to re-hit those. So if we go back to the first one, we can see that's about a month, 32 days. If we want to go to the second one, we can look at that's 38 days. So if you expect it to go back to here, now it could blow up and go up there tomorrow, who knows? But expect, if you want to hit those lines, to hold them for about that same amount of days, because that's the average that this stock moves like that. So those are just some points I wanted to hit. So we are 40 minutes in the power hour. So let's do this. Let's bring up some stocks we want to watch. Let's bring up AMC over here. I'm actually going to get rid of MACD and RSI lines. We're going to put these on 1 and 3 minute to see what it does. Mmat's a good one. Now you might see on these other ones that it's not going to have the same MA lands, because I set those myself. Those weren't put in, and I can show you how to do that right here. So you can see it's got a different MA line. Let's go back to 3 minute on this one. Right. So if you're on Webull, the best way to set these is, for one, let's make sure that they're both on here. You go right up here to that. It looks like an eye. That's your settings chart. So we are on the MA. So we want to set one that's 18 and one that's 100. So then you go into style. You make sure you click them over here and make sure they pop up over there. Now, I have certain colors for each MA line. I make sure no matter where I set them up at, they're the same color. That way I never get confused with it, guys. So we have the 18 is yellow and the 100 is blue. So we have them done. Boom, they're up there, yellow, blue. Now let's set the EMA lines. Same thing. First, put in what you want. I follow the 15, the 50, and the 200. Now, if you want to show up, you got to go over here. You got to click on them. Now, if you look, see they showed up those colors. For one, those colors are hard to see, but yeah. So, my 200's always red. Oh, wrong one. This one's always green. That's a good green. And this one is always purple. Now, if you look on here, we can see the purple, yellow, green, red, blue. Now, I'm not going to set them on all of them. I just wanted to show you all how I do set it. What's another good one to watch right now? Let's see. We didn't go over these two, so while we're watching, let's go over sport. And let me tell you guys, if y'all ever set up multiple ones, a good one to watch for the overall market is SPY. SPY is the ETF that follows the S&P 500. It is a good barometer for the market, right? Oh, look. Oh, no. I was going to say it has my MA lines, but it doesn't. So come back up to the 4-hour chart. 1 hour, 30 minutes, it don't matter. And as you can see, it's been looking pretty good. What's it done today? Yeah. So it's still climbing, still doing good. What are we at? Are we at all-time highs right now? 440. If we come over here and look, let's move this over 1 second. 52-week high, 440. So we're at all-time highs right now for the SPY. That's amazing for the overall market. Also scary too, because the overall market is definitely overvalued right now. But it's a good one to keep up. Keep your eye out on it. See what it's doing. You see your stocks falling, and you're like, wow, every damn stock I have is red right now. Check the SPY and see. It may not be your stocks. It may just be the overall market. Another one I've been watching today is time. Now both of these I bought in today, and as you can clearly see, I shouldn't have, especially with time. Time was a risky play, especially with no day trades. But hey, I gotta suck it up now. The only hope I can have now. Let me put it up here 1 second. Oh yeah, see, it's broken below the 200. The best I can hope for is it doesn't continue down, cause I have 20 shares in it. So for every dollar, every 10 cents it goes down, that's $2 I'm gone. So if it starts to drop quick, that can add up, especially on a weak play. What was it? Sport actually doesn't look that bad. I'm technically down in it right now. It what was my buy-in point on it? Says my average price is 706. So if we look at sport, it's at 670, and it doesn't look too bad right now. I mean, it's not great, but it's found some support. I don't like the 1 minute chart when I'm looking. Yeah, see, so all day, it's above the lows but below the highs. I mean, that's not bad. Uh, let's look. Take a quick look here at the RSI. Yeah, it's pretty much falling on that. So yeah, no complaints there. I mean, if anything, it's oversold right now. So I don't know. We might see something near the end of the day on it. I'm not holding my breath though. Pretty much all but two of my plays today has not went that well. See, time's trying to do a little something right here. We're gonna let's keep time down here. Sport. Right now, I'm gonna put all these on the 3 minute chart, since we only like about 50 minutes left of the market today. Let me if there's any stocks you'd like for me to look at, put them in chat, and I'll take a look at them here real quick. I'm gonna put in Discord too here. See if there's any stocks anybody wants me to look at. Sorry about that once again. Sorry about the dog. Once again, my son let him back in. Okay, hey guys. Near end of day. Any stock you want me to look at the... Wonder what I keep hitting that for. Okay, somebody was talking about clove there. Let's oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry about that. Let's Oh, look at him, Matt. Oh, yes, son. That's a good little pop right at the end of the day. Yeah. Uh, let's pop on Clove real quick. Now, it was doing good this morning. What's Clove at? How much do I got on here? Okay, and another one I've been looking at is Ncty. This is a gaming play. I like this one, and I like how it's been bearish near the end of the day, so I believe I might buy into this and close for tomorrow. See what it does. Now, when I usually buy in, I'll start out with just a small position, right? So, with Ncty, we're just going to put 5 shares in. Let's see what it does. You know, if it don't do nothing, we're not out a great deal of money. 5 shares is $68, so let's see. Alright, Clove. Clove has held its own and even bounced today, so I'm going to do about the same with it, just to try. Clove. And Bitcoin Cash still killing it. Check this out. Now, as we was talking about this morning, I bought into this um, for the second time at around 390. So I went to the beach less than a month ago, and I bought in it twice around the 380 mark, and then one other time I pulled about $50. So it was just right up above the 400 mark. Rolled it back up to about 460, something like that. Um, but let me check this out, what it's done since then. I can't even go all the way back here and show you. So right there was the 384. I bought it in at 390. Look, boom, boom. I love Bitcoin Cash, man. It follows technicals to a T. It is a great one to cut your teeth on if you want to try out charting patterns and support and resistance plays. It's a great one to cut your teeth on. I love it. Even just this morning, it was at 494. I mean, damn. So I'm up 130 bucks. No, sorry, 121 bucks. Love it. But time hurt me so bad, man. What you want to hurt me for? Time is on my side. As soon as I bought in Globe, it dips. That's so funny. That's alright. The 9 will keep me up until tomorrow. Now, these are plays I normally don't do. I'm breaking rules just to have this on here, just just to show you these type of plays, these nines, close, time, sports. These are normally plays I don't play. Now LAC, that's a normal play I would play, so I can't blame that on none but myself with a bad trade. That is a normal play I would have played from this morning. Yeah, I mean, my only saving grace is it found support. You know what I mean? But I knew going into this would be a longer play. You know, I'm looking at holding this for um, at least to about Thursday, Friday. So we'll see. As long as it doesn't uh, crash out below my stop loss, we're good. We are good. And see where these are, where I don't have any day trade left, I wasn't able to put my stop loss in yet, guys. Because if I do that and it stop losses today, there goes my day trading account. There goes my margin account. Gone. 90 days like that. Can't do it. Gotta wait until tomorrow. Yep. Alright. AMC. This is another one that's one of my normal day trading plays. Again, if you look at this straight across almost, and then climbing up, all the way down here, climbing up. It is going to be like a banjo string. You know, you ever heard I'm wound tighter than a banjo string? There you go, that's what they mean. It's gonna pop. Only question is down or up? I don't know, we'll see. XBio, that's one we was looking at this morning. Oh, here's one I put a alert on, and we just got it. It used to be CCIB, now it's trading under Lucid. See, we got a little pop. That's what I've been wanting to see, right at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm gonna buy 5 shares of Lucid too. Now normally I would wait for confirmation or not. Well, okay, never mind. I already got confirmation, but I started to buy before then. Normally I would do that, but I want to show you all this tomorrow. Now Lucid, we went over it into this morning's chat. It's another one that has been following support and resistance. Look, this goes, oh God, how many days? This goes from June 1st to now. And you see it's went pop, down, pop, down, pop. And you can't really sit there on this, but you can see it's went up. Now, it's at this resistance right now, but I'm expecting it to go to 29. That's why I went and bought in. You know, we're only talking about, this is not a retirement play here. We are talking about 7%. You know, I don't even see what I put in there. So I put it in around 6 now. That's at support, and it's actually right below support. So we're looking at almost $3 is it. You know, I'll probably go in at as long as it holds tomorrow with another 5. Play at 10, make me $30 to get out. You know what I mean? It's in place. 25 here, 30 there. Why not? I mean, hell, it's a couple of days hold, man. That's it. All right, guys, we're getting ready for the market close. AMC, it's wanting to, man, but it just can't do it. We'll see what it does in the after hours, I guess. Let's see what Clove's doing on the 3 minute. Clove it's another one. It's going to run into the after hours too. Mmat, I don't look for Mmat to do much. It might drop, it might go up, but I don't look for it to break support. I don't look for it to break resistance. It's just been in a holding pattern. A little bit more than consolidation. Sport, I'm not looking for it to do much until tomorrow. You know, it might be another one that it'll probably be good in a couple of days. We'll just have to wait and see. Roku, it's going to hold. Right here, LAC. See here on this 3 minute chart, it's bouncing off this support and going. It's going to be the same. It might do a little in the after hours, but I look for it to raise over the next couple of days. So we'll just have to see. See Mmat spiking a little bit, but it's not going to break this. I'd be really shocked if it breaks this resistance and holds. And if it does, watch Mmat. That will be one to watch. Time. We already seen that, and it ain't doing much. It's pretty much holding just right below. No, it actually spiked up a little bit. So it might do a little something after hours, but it's not going to do much more than hang around support. Clove. Did that switch? Oh, yeah. There's no way that that's a 3 minute. What in the world's going on? There is no way in hell. I don't believe. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, I don't think I made a bad trade with Clove, but I don't think it's going to be nothing too killer. What else do we got? Oh, yeah, the nines. This is another one. I don't think I made a bad trade yet, but it's not going to be nothing to write home about. We'll see in the aftermarket today and then again tomorrow. It might have had all this just to drop. I don't know. We're in the aftermarket now. There's a lot less volume, so it moves a lot easier. And this stock has, what's the free float? 11 million free float. So it's low, and we've traded. The average volume has been, the volume has been 20 million on 11 million float. So yeah, it definitely can move easy, especially in the after hours. So I don't think we're really going to know much about it until tomorrow. But all right, guys, this ends the stream. Yeah, catch up with me on Twitter. If you got any stocks you want me to look at, hit me up on Twitter. On here, or if you're on the Wall Street Bets Discord, you can hit me up on there at 0 Plays. Alright guys, bye.